Hi there, my name is theubie, and I am the author of the Rimworld TwitchBot Mod. And here's a quick setup and overview for how to use the mod. As you can see, I've got a colony already set up here. We have the original 3 colonists plus a wanderer's already joined. And under the animals, we have a Yorkshire Terrier as well named Paddington. That's important. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up the bot to be used with your Twitch stream. You want to set that up, obviously not when you're broadcasting, because you're going to have to enter things like your Twitch username and, more importantly, your Twitch OAuth key, which you will need to look up. If you'll look down in the comments for this video if you're watching on YouTube, or in the FAQ if you're viewing this through the Infinite Possibility Games site or from one of the other sites, or from Stream, you'll find a link to the correct place to go and get your OAuth key. You're going to need that, obviously, to be able to connect in. And you'll need that key for either your personal Twitch account, if you're going to use your account to actually have the bot commands through, or you'll need to set up a brand new account for a bot. For example, like your Twitch name _bot. You'll just go to Twitch and make a new account. And you'll need the OAuth key for whichever account it is that actually is going to respond in chat to those accounts. So down here you will notice that there is a Twitch button that's added to the menu bar down here. Your menu bar may or may not look like this depending on what mod you have installed. If you click on it, this will take you into your channel screen. This is the screen where you'll actually do everything, but right now we're more worried about setting it up. So go to the Settings tab up at the top, and you'll notice some settings here and a button here for your Twitch settings. Let's deal with your Twitch settings first. These are the more difficult ones to deal with. When you click this button, it's going to give you a warning, again, basically saying the same thing I told you just a moment ago, that if you're currently streaming when you go into this, you are going to expose your personal data, so make sure that you aren't streaming for it. So go ahead and hit OK, and you'll see here my information, which is already entered. Obviously, the Twitch username is theubie. My OAuth password, which is fuzzied out so that you can't cheat and use my OAuth password and get into my screen and pretend to be me. That's where you will actually put your OAuth password. Now, if you don't want your own name being the account that replies to the bot commands, you can check this box here where it says use a different bot name. And in here you can put something else. For example, we have an IPG bot that we set up, and it has its own OAuth key as well, which I will put in there. There we go. And close that up. Now, once you've made any changes, obviously you want to save your settings, and it'll let you know that you've saved them. And once you've got that, you should be able to connect. So if we'll go over here and click Start Bot, you'll see that it's gone to bot is running and the bot is connected. So if we take a look at Twitch, we will see now here IPG bot is in my channel and has replied saying that the Twitch bot is now active. So it's going to be able to respond to commands and that your viewers may actually put in chat to give you information. Currently there's only one actual command, and that is the mods command, which defaults to !mods. So if you type that, you'll see the IPG bot has replied that it's currently running core, Twitch Rim bot, and verify start, which is the mods that I'm currently running on my game. And that list is drawn straight from your game itself, so you'll never have to worry about keeping that list up to date if you're running this particular mod. So let's go back and look at more of the settings. You will notice that there is a setting for command delay, and what this is it in order to prevent people from just spamming the exclamation part commands, which again there's only one, but there may be more in the future. This is how many seconds between those commands that are issued that it responds to it. So for example, it's currently set for 5, so if I go in here and type mods, it'll reply, but if I type it again immediately, it hasn't been 5 seconds, so it doesn't reply to it. That's just a little bit of basic spam prevention there. Second one here is the enter name. Now this is the command that's used to have a viewer enter their name into the drawing to become one of your colonists or the like. Most people who deal with Twitch on a regular basis for streaming Rimworld have their own outside bots that do this, and me tends to be the command that most people use as a default. But if you want to use a different command, For example, maybe pick me. You could use that instead. And now, whenever I go into here, if I say pick me, and now we see here that it's actually added me to the list. So once you set whatever this is set to here is what your viewers will need to pick. Now you can have it choose to, when you have your list of names here, when you go to name somebody, you click on name, and you'll notice that it immediately said Gallagher is now known as theubie. That's the only one on the list, so obviously it's the one it's going to pick. And it popped up here with another screen that lets me add. Like, for example, if I like to say that if this particular guy can shoot and can haul, some people like to add those in there. Or if my name was super long, it was like, theubie is an awesome guy, and it was longer than the potentially allowable name, you can go in here and edit it and hit OK. Now, the remove names, so you notice wasn't checked, so when I set this particular one to theubie, it left theubie on there. But if you put a check in this one, and then you name somebody, you notice that it named it theubie, but it removed that name from it. So if you are the kind that wants to make it even, and you can have it remove people's names when you do giveaways, or you can choose to leave it on there. It's completely up to you. Now, currently it's set for only human no, so you'll notice that Paddington, the Yorkshire Terrier, is in the list here, which he is nameable. So if you put a check in here, now you'll see only just the human. So if you don't want to name the dogs of your colony, or anything that is not listed as a humanoid type, this will remove them from it. If you have additional mods that add things that your colony can have, such as bots and those sort of things, depending on whether or not those bots are considered humanoid or not, that will determine whether or not they show up when this is checked here. You'll also notice that when I named somebody earlier, it popped a name up. You'll notice that right here, since there's nobody in the list, we told it to name it, and it named them unknown because it doesn't know who it is. It popped the screen up here, which allows you to edit. Under settings, if that is not checked, and you name someone, you'll notice it just changed the name, it didn't pop that screen up. So that's the settings that are available for the bot itself, and also for the settings to set everything up. And you should be able to use this and have your Twitch experience be a little bit easier than what's out there right now. If you have any questions or comments, obviously reply on either the forums or on Steam. Probably won't check as often for the YouTube section for comments, but we will try to check those as well. And thanks for using the mod. We appreciate it.